Hey guys, what's up? I'm Brian with Fishers Off-Road, and today we are here in beautiful West Virginia. We're getting ready to hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, but before we do that, I want to show you something on our side-by-side here, how we have it strapped down. I get a lot of questions about strapping down your ATV and side-by-side. I've done videos on this over the years, and a lot of times we'll change things up due to different things that come out, or different things on the market, or even the side-by-sides that come out, but this system is pretty much always going to stay the same, and I'm going to show you how to do it affordably. I know there's a lot of things out there, everything from X-Track, E-Track, tire bonnets, wheel chocks. There's a lot of different things that you can do to strap down your unit, but I'm going to show you a really safe, affordable way to do it, and something that we did on the way here from Tennessee to West Virginia. We went 8 hours and this vehicle did not move at all. And one of the keys to your success on that is strapping it out as close to the hub as possible. Like if you're on the inside of the A-arm or you're out here on the wheel, that's the key to the success. What you don't want to do is take and hook this up to the front end of your machine, the bumper, this anchor point here, and strap it and crank it and ratchet it down to where that machine is crushed and the suspension is just pulled down. Because when you're going down the road, that machine is trying to do what it's designed to do, which is float and bounce, and your strap is trying to do what it's designed to do, which is hold the load. But the problem with that is eventually something's going to give. Your strap's going to come loose, it's going to break. So what you want to do is you want to set it up to where your strap is on your wheel or on your A-arm close to the hub, so that that vehicle can float going down the road. Something else you want to make sure you do is get a strap that's rated for the load. Don't go off the brake strength, go off the load strength. You'll want to put a strap on each corner, that way it's evenly distributed, and then your vehicle, it will ride perfect going down the road. And this is one of those things where a lot of people get confused about, what do I do with the excess webbing? What do I do with my tail? I personally like to zip tie it. I can use Velcro. I've also seen electrical tape, painter's tape. I see guys wrap it up and take it and put it in the handle and the ratchet and lock it down. For me, the zip ties are an excellent way to do it. We drove 8 hours, these things didn't move. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my SXS strapping here and I'm going to keep it away from the ratchet about 4 or 5 inches, maybe even 6 inches, because as you get going and you go down the road and your load settles, you're going to want to come back and throw 1 more or 2 more cranks to it to make sure you get it tight. So that way, if you have this up here, you've got room to adjust, to strap, to ratchet that up. If you take your strapping and you web it up and you do it right here against that you can't ratchet anymore once you're going down the road and your load loosens up a little bit. Whenever I'm running my strap through my wheel, is I want to come through this way, reach inside and grab it. So when I come around like this, I like to bring my hook back and I like to put it right like that. All my stuff is flat and it's also in line with my ratchet. So if I do it the other way, let's say we do it like this. Do the same thing. You can still set it up the same way with your hook inside the tire like that, but now the problem is you're pulling hard on the toe on your wheel. You're going to pull hard on the inside toe of your wheel on this one and that one. If you put it on the inside, you don't have a direct tension. I had a guy email me one time and he said, hey, I can't do like you did on the tires and wheels there because my strap won't fit through. So what he did was he left his strap on here. Number one, he was scared to take it off of there because he didn't know how to put it back on. He was trying to put his hook through the wheel and it wouldn't fit. So he wasn't sure how to do what I did because the hook wouldn't go through the wheel. So what I do is I take that off like that and I pull that through. So then you're left with this. But the problem is most people, as soon as this happens, they have a panic attack because they don't know how to put this back in. How does it go? Was it like this? Was it like this? One thing I want to show you whenever it comes to a ratchet strap, what you always want to remember is if it's like that, that's like an alligator or crocodile. That's bad news. You don't want to be like that. It's not like that. It doesn't go on the inside. You bring it around and you take this barrel here and you rotate it like that. And then what you do is you take your strap and you put it through like that. And when you're strapping, you want to have at least 3 wraps on this barrel, because if you don't have enough wraps on there, it's going to slowly start working its way loose. That strap going around that barrel about 3 times to make sure you hold it. Now, you don't want to go too fat, because if you go too fat, you can see where it's hitting your mechanism right there. So it's not too little and not too much. There's a good happy medium. There's a balance. See that right there? That strap's not going to come loose. You've got plenty of wraps. Something else with the Ratchet is you open this up like this, and it unlocks this and this. See it push that spring back there? It's releasing the lock. So then you can pull your strap like that. And if you have a strap that it's been a little weathered, got a little wear and tear, let's say you have your strap like this, and you do open it up, and you're pulling and pulling and pulling and it won't come, just take your foot and go like that. When you're going down the road, you don't want to let your strap like that, because it's not locked and it has the potential to come loose when you're going down the road. When you take it like that, you just locked it. Something else that we preach about and talk about, and I've seen this a lot, whenever you're putting your ATV or side-by-side on your trailer, load distribution is very important. Where you put this is going to determine how it's going to ride. If I have it too far up front, I'm going to have too much tongue weight. That means my truck not going to handle as good. If I have it too far in the back, I'm going to have too much tail weight on the trailer. My truck's not going to handle good. So what you want to do is you want to set your ATV or side-by-side up on your trailer to where you have the proper load distribution. Now, if you have to put your side-by-side on in reverse, you don't have the right trailer. If you look at the front of your machine, it's aerodynamically designed to be towed that way. So when you're going down the highway, the air is going up over it. When you turn your machine around, you see your windshield has a possibility to pop out, your roof can come off, your seats can come out. The plastic on the sides gets air in them and it'll push them right off. And another thing is, don't use your winch to tie down your ATV or side-by-side. I know some people do it. It's not designed to do that. There again, it's the same as if you strap to the frame of your machine. That machine is trying to float. The winch is trying to hold it. The winch is not designed to be jerked on like that. It's a progressive pull on that thing when you're winching. But whenever you're just going down the road and it's bouncing like that, you're going to do a lot of damage to the winch. Whenever it comes to hauling your ATV or side-by-side, one thing you want to make sure is you secure the cargo in it. You don't want to have stuff laying inside of it. You even want to pull your key, because as the wind's blowing back there, see, you're up in your truck and you're towing and you don't realize what kind of wind and all kind of stuff is going on back here. So if you have stuff inside of there, it will literally suck it right out and it'll put it on the highway. So if you have something that you want to keep, something that you need when you get to the trail, it's not going to be there. What I do is I take all my gear, I put it in the bed of my truck, and if you have some kind of truck cover, that really helps. For us, we use the Diamondback truck cover. We've used this for over 20 years, and the cool thing about this, it locks in the front, it locks in the back, and then also all of our gear is safe and secure. So that way, whenever we get to where we're going, we know it's going to be there. And you know, let's face it, nowadays, all of our gear is very expensive. So our tailgate locks, the truck bed cover locks, and I keep everything secure in the vehicle. You lock your trailer, you lock your hitch. You know, the thieves, if they want it bad enough, they're going to steal it. They're going to get it. There's no way around that. But what you want to do is make it difficult for them so that they move on and go find an easier target.